Hi, beautiful people. This is Adebayo Adesega once again, and I'm here to bring you the message of love. I'm here to demystify the mystical. Yeah, I'm here to inspire you in the love of God. I'm here to actually inspire you to become that which God has created you, that which divinity has created you to become. I'm here to help you to be one with that pure consciousness. You are holy, you are pure, but you have not realized it. But I'm here to help you to come into that realization, into that consciousness of your holy nature, of your wholeness. Now, the topic I'm bringing to you today is that depression indicates deep rest. So this is it. You are not depressed. You just need deep rest. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You see, the word depression, I heard from, I think, there was this interview I watched online. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the man, but I can't remember right now, but I understand the message clearly. The man said something. He said the word depression is gotten from the word deep rest. And it makes a lot of sense to me, and that's the inspiration behind what I'm here to talk about. Depression is an indication that you need to rest deeply. Yeah. So there's this anchor scripture that came to my spirit, and that's Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1. It says, "Arise and shine, for your light is come. Arise and shine, for your light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you." So now let me just go back to the topic first before I start expanding that scripture and going into some details. You see, for you to be depressed, the first thing you need to understand is that you are stressed. Yes. In fact, from that word depression, you can take out stress from it. You are stressed, and one of the reasons why you are stressed is because you have been, you have overused yourself, quote unquote. You have so much believed in the external environment more than the internal environment. I'm going to say that again. Depression is as a result of believing so much in the external environment to the detriment of your internal environment. I have my own fair share of this. There was a time in my life where I got so busy. I was just so busy with life. I was trying to make it. I was trying to make more money. There was a time, I looked at my income. As at that time, I was making some 6 digits in Naira, and I was like, what's happening now? Why can't I make 7 digits? So I had this goal. I wrote it down. I want to be making this 7-digit amount every month, and I thought that it's going to be just jumping out there and start working and start hustling. That was the mentality I had as at that time. So I started writing out my plans. This is what I want to do. This is what I do. This is the way forward. This is the plans and the goals and everything. I put them into writing and I dashed out. And from that time, I just knew that with all the stress, with all the ways and everything I could do, I ran into depression. So I didn't even know it was depression. I did not know. I just knew that something was wrong. I knew that something was going on within my body, which I could not really identify, and I ran into depression. So the detail of the story was that I ran into business with some people. Music. Of course, I've been a musician. I was just really tired of the status quo. I was playing in church. I was playing gigs, which I felt that I was doing so much and I was earning so little. So because of that, I thought, let me change the game. Let me do this. Let me start this with, I had these friends that we had the same vision. We wanted to do we had these ideas. We came together and we started doing stuff until everything started everything broke down before my eyes. Like everything I tried to build crumbled, and at a subconscious level, my body started telling me stuff. So you see, at the root of every depression is communication, is lack of communication. You know, your body is telling you, is giving you information that, hello, with the way you are going, we are going to crash. In fact, we have crashed. The body is telling you, the lungs, the tissues, the organs, the cells, they've been crying out loud. Brother, please give us attention. We need attention. The circulatory system is telling you, we need attention. The digestive system is telling you, we need attention. The stomach is telling you, we need attention. Your heart is, especially your heart, is telling you, we need attention. We need attention. But you said, no, I'm too busy. I'm too busy making money. I want to make money. I want to do this. I want to do that. You have so many goals that you have not met. You know, you've written those things down and you've not actually met up to 10% of it. So you want to force yourself to achieve those goals. I've been there, so I understand. So the day I understood the law of least effort, that was when I understood that life is not hard. I'm telling you the truth. You know, I read this book by Deepak Chopra, Dr. Deepak Chopra. He said, the title of the book is 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And one of the laws is the law of least effort, you know, and he explained it and it made a lot of sense. The day I stumbled into this paradigm, oh my God, my life changed. The way I see life changed instantly. So I understood that, you see, the way the universe works, it's actually based on the principle of least effort. Birds, they fly without stress. Like, it is natural for a bird to fly. It is natural for a fish to swim. It is natural for the sun to shine. It is natural. The sun shines, the trees, they blossom, the flowers blossom, right? The trees, they produce fruits. A tree that produces fruits does not have to shout that, hey guys, I'm producing fruits, come here. You know, it does not have to even announce it that I am producing fruits. It just produces the fruits, you know. The universe works based on the principle of silent efficiency, the law of least effort. So it means that once you are getting to a point in your life where you are stressing over a matter, you are stressing, you are going through, you just know that you are off course. That is anti the you know, that's what I call antichrist. You know, many Christians think that the Antichrist means that you are going against some. See, the word Antichrist actually means to go against natural laws. You know, you are going against laws that govern this universe. You know, you are going against it. And once you the only thing you can do is to break yourself. You just break yourself. That's it. You can make those laws work in your favor, but you can't go against those laws. You will break yourself. You will run into depression. So depression is as a result of going against the laws of nature. Now, the first thing you need to understand is you need to probe. You know, I'm trying to look for this English word. You know, you need to really go within yourself and understand your nature. You see, in my previous episode, I talked about the power of meditation. You know, I have not really gone so, you know, if whatever I've talked about in meditation, that I've not really gone deeply into it. But the truth is, meditation is a tool in which you are able to go within yourself. When you meditate so well, you will realize that life is not hard. It's, you know, you're actually practicing that law of least effort. You see, the word human, it is human being. not human doing. I heard this from one psychologist like that. I was wowed by that statement. He said, it is human being, not human doing. So most of us are trying to do without being. So when you are being, then doing comes effortlessly. So being is doing, doing is being. So, but if you are doing and you are running into depression, it means you are not being. So being, you are a being. It is a continuous thing. It is who you are. So when you are being, that is least effort. It's not going to be stress. You are just doing you. You are being you. What I'm doing right now, it is being. I am being. So it is not stress for me. It is being. This is my natural self. So I was doing things that were not in alignment with my nature. So once you start doing things that are not in alignment with your nature, then you run into depression. And I talked about my addiction story in my previous episode. You can check that in my YouTube account. I spoke about how I got into addiction. This was the reason why I got into addiction, because I had a lot of questions. I had things going on within me. I didn't know how to cope. I could not explain why I was feeling this way. I could not explain. The reason was not far-fetched. It was just that I was not in alignment with my natural self. I was getting stressed. I was not in alignment. My chakras were not in alignment. That was, it was later I now understood chakras. Before I used to hear about this word chakras in the past, and I used to think it was a demonic thing, and that's, by the way, I need you to understand that some of us, some of you and some of us, we really need to actually go deep into esoteric teaching. Some of us in the past, we are just familiar with the exoteric, which is the surface level. We just knew basic things. But there comes a time when you need to go deeper. You need to go deeper. You need to go deep, That reminds me of a scripture in the Bible that says that those that do business, I think is translation, this is not KJV though. It says those that do business in the deep shall see the wonders of the Lord. So it's time for you to go deep. So depression is actually an opportunity to go deep. Depression, like I said, is deep rest in disguise. So now you've stressed yourself, you've jumped here and there, you've been doing, you've been doing things wrongly, you are not in alignment, your body is shouting, your liver, your lungs, your heart, they need attention. Now it now got to a point where your body now broke down, and now you can't do anything, and it feels like you are lazy. You keep asking yourself questions. I could do this thing before, now I can't do it. I feel so tired. You think you're sick. Disease. The word disease means dis-ease. That's self-explanatory. It means that there's no ease in your life. You are not in fact, depression basically means that you are not in alignment. Simple. You are not in alignment with your pure consciousness. It means that you are not in alignment with your divinity, with the your energy centers are not balanced. It means you are not balanced. That's just it. You are more matter than energy. So you are not in a balance at all. That's what it means. And your natural state is energy. But now you are more concerned about external things than internal things. So you are not generating you are not recreating, or you are not creating your world from within. You are being influenced by your outer world than your inner world. That's what depression basically means. So when you are used to that kind of life, you are addicted. In fact, basically, you are addicted to something. That's what depression it means. I was having a discussion with my brother recently, and we were talking about this issue of addiction, and there's a chemical. That chemical is actually a neurotransmitter. A peptide. There's the neurotransmitters and there are the neuropeptides, right? An example of a neurotransmitter is dopamine, serotonin, I think melatonin, and all those ones. And a very good example of neuropeptide is cortisol. Now, cortisol is actually a very addictive chemical that is being produced in the body. See, when you keep producing, your body or your brain keeps, giving signal to produce cortisol over and over again. You do it today, tomorrow, your body gets addicted. And the nature of the body is that we are creatures of habits. The body is an habitual creature. Like we function by creating habits. And it's just that the brain is trying to cope. The idea behind habits is that the brain does not want to keep repeating. At some point, yes, it keeps repeating, but at some point, the brain wants to get to a point where it doesn't have to be reminded to do it again. It just throws the idea to the body. So it means that your body can now become the mind. So what it actually means is that your body has become the mind. The body has practiced this thing over and over, and so it means that the mind has been giving information to the body repeatedly, and now it has gotten to a point where the body has now become the mind. That's what it basically means. So when the body has now become the mind, then it just takes it up. Then you just start acting out at a subconscious level. You just realize that you are able to do things without even thinking about it. Once you get to that point where you can do something without thinking about it, then you are already, that becomes your lifestyle. That becomes your lifestyle. That becomes your personal reality. So your personality produces your personal reality. So now, what is your personality? Your personality is as a result of what you think, how you act, and how you feel. What you think, how you feel, and how you act. So it means that your body, the language of your body is feelings, and the language of your mind is thoughts. So your mind or your brain produces the electric field, while your body or your heart or your body is the magnetic field. So that's where this electromagnetism makes sense. Electromagnetic energy or electromagnetism, that's what it means. Our body is electromagnetic in nature. It means that the body and the mind are in cordial relationship with each other. So the mind passes information to the body, and the body now becomes the mind. That's why you can't separate body mind. You hear some people, they say the body mind body. You can't say, you can't separate both. You can't separate the body from the mind. You can't. So the mind is what creates the body, not the other way around. So now, meditation can help you to detach or to send back whatever the mind has taught the body. You can send it back to the mind. Yes, it's possible. So now, because your body has now become the mind, the language of your body is now feelings. Like the feelings is the language of your body. That is why it is so hard for you to do those things that you think about. An example in the Bible, Apostle Paul said something. He said, that which I want to do, I find myself not doing, and that which I don't want to do, then I keep doing. He now asks himself question, why? So this is the answer. Basically, his body has become the mind. The feelings body is now the one dictating the tune. So as you feel, so you are.